Hey, this is Trish, and I just wanted to briefly address what I'm seeing in social media today and yesterday, and it concerns the Kentucky County Clerk, Kim Davis, who has quite infamously decided she will not issue marriage licenses to members of the LGBT community simply because they're gay, lesbian, whatever, and she's doing this in a rather blatant way that's in direct violation of the recent Supreme Court ruling that makes gay marriage legal. It's a federal thing, honey. You can't do that. However, what I'm seeing is that a lot of people are condemning Kim Davis because of her sexual history. And a lot of stuff has come to light. I'm sure a lot of things she never thought would be making national and international news concerning her love life and her multiple marriages, especially in light of the fact that she claims to be this super Christian who, loves Jesus' teachings, and yet I think Jesus said something against divorce and adultery and all of that. So here's my problem with all of this. Let's despise this woman for not doing her job, for saying God is her authority, not the law, even though she's an elected official to follow the laws. So let's agree that yes, we can all despise her for abusing her power, not doing her job, for making a mockery of law and justice at the taxpayer's expense. However, do not bring her sexual history into this argument. I have seen so many people calling Kim Davis a slut, a whore, because apparently she was married to one guy, pregnant with another guy's twins, divorced this guy to marry like the third or the fourth guy that she married. She had like 4 marriages. Okay. Her sexual history is irrelevant to the fact that she is violating federal law at the taxpayer's expense. She is drawing a salary, but not doing her job. If this were a rape case, if this were a sexual harassment claim, we would not bring the woman's sexual history into it because it has no bearing on the matter at hand. What we're talking about, what the situation that we want to address or we want to rectify or that we want to make right somehow, the sexual history has nothing to do with it. So stop calling Kim Davis a slut. Stop calling her a whore. Feel free to call her a ridiculous, hypocrite Christian who's not actually Christian because she herself has said she lives by Jesus's teachings, and yet she hasn't lived by Jesus's teachings, which apparently she became this born-again Christian, or Jesus found her, or somehow they met somewhere, whatever, back in 2010. So she could just claim that, all this previous stuff was because she didn't have Jesus in her life. So bringing up her sexual history to try and make your point about how she's not doing her job, it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Do I like what she's doing? Hell no. I'm not Christian. I've got no skin in this game at all, except that I'm an activist, and this woman is violating the civil rights of American citizens. That's what she needs to be held accountable for. Not who she slept with, how many times she slept with them, or whom she married and whom she divorced, and whose kids she was pregnant with when she divorced and then married somebody else. I mean, none of that matters. The fact is that she is an elected official. She's being paid to do a job and she's not doing it. And the irony is that because she's an elected official, she cannot be fired. There has to be some special session of legislature or something or other in order for her to lose her job. Well, she might lose her job sooner because she goes to court on Tuesday and maybe the judge will throw her ass in jail. She belongs in jail. She deserves a fine, not only of whatever the minimum is, but she also deserves to pay back to the taxpayers the salary she's been drawing while she's not been doing her job, since SCOTUS ruled on gay marriage on June 26th. So, let's review. Sexual history does not matter. Stop talking about it. Stop calling her a slut and a whore. Call her an incompetent imbecile. Call her a hypocrite Christian. Call her, an elected official not doing her fucking job. You can call her a lot of things. But slut and whore have no bearing on this situation at all. Stop bringing a woman's sexual history into the mix when it has no bearing. The fact that she's been married 4 times and is trying to claim some, higher ground of traditional marriage, well, that's ridiculous. Clearly being married 4 times, either she has no respect for marriage or she really, really, really respects marriage so much she just wants to get married over and over and over again. Then there's the idea of traditional marriage. Well, traditional marriage is a socioeconomic contract in which the ownership of a woman passes from her father to her husband. And her only value is in birthing strong, healthy sons. So, is that the traditional marriage that she's upholding? I don't know. I don't care. I don't care. What I do care about is that she's not doing her job as she was elected to do, and she's being paid to do. And in the process, she is violating the civil rights of American citizens in her district. That's all that matters. Stop calling her a slut. Stop calling her a whore. And let's just see what we can do to get her out of this fucking job. Pretty simple. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. All right, so we're clear, right? Okay, just making sure. All right, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.